explain why. See, I have two shattered hips, and it's excruciatingly painful to walk. Today being 4th of July, I took my sons up to the beach at Tahoe. We got up at 6 o'clock this morning to go up there. We loaded up kayaks, coolers, wagons, all the gear, everything. I tore I tore one of my tendons today in my hip. And I couldn't let anybody know and let my kids down, so I continued to just go with the pain instead anyway. So I was in excruciating pain, more so than a normal day, which always happens to me on a holiday, wonderfully. So lucky it doesn't happen to you. You guys get to go play and have a great time. Meanwhile, I'm curled up in a ball in excruciating pain. You guys have pain on a level from 1 to 10. I experienced 14. Way beyond what you guys could even comprehend. And make your Navy SEALs curl up in a little ball and cry for their mommy. And I have to endure it every second of every day, even in my sleep. The sacrifice I made for this country, I died on the battlefield and was brought back to life under crossfire. What kind of thanks do I get? I'm a disabled veteran, a single father with two teenage boys who took his teenage boys to the beach to see the fireworks in Tahoe today. We did all the hustle, all the work of humping this stuff 4 miles down some dirt road to this beach so we could get a good view of the fireworks and have a nice day at the beach. Within 5 minutes of setting up camp, we have a Hispanic group set up camp, not close, but right next to us. And off goes the right next to me. No consideration for others. This planet lacks that. Has never had consideration for others in a long time. All the Spanish you could ever imagine. And aren't we in America? Isn't this the 4th of July? Why don't they start speaking English? You know, that it used to be, if you want to come to this country, you learn to speak English. Where the fuck did that go? What happened? How come we don't enforce that shit anymore? We're all supposed to adapt to their language? What, Americans are supposed to learn 72 different languages so all you bozos can come waltzing in here and not have to learn one language? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Then, a nice family camps and sees a spot that's kind of in front of us, blocking our view. And she says, "Oh, that's a good spot, but we're blocking your view." I said, "You know what? We don't really care about the view from here. We're in the shade. We want this spot for the shade. You can set up camp right in front of us." She's like, "Really?" I said, "No problem." She's like, "Our tent is like open see-through. So once they popped it up, I could see right through it anyway." So it was no problem. Then my son meets this family's son, a little bit younger, and they decide they're going to build a sandcastle and dig a little bay, of, a little hole of water that you build a sandcastle around, right? Have you guys ever done this at the beach? Dug a little pool right by the edge of the water and built a little sandcastle around it? I don't know. Hopefully, maybe I'm crazy. I used to do that when I was a kid. I would dig like a little hole right where the water would enter. The waves would rush and fill in the little hole, and you'd build little walls and stuff. Typical kid behavior. But then I look away for a minute, go check on my kayaks. I come back, and we have two elderly women, Karens, with walkie-talkies and their thumb under their belt, harassing my son. "What are you doing?" "Well, he's digging a hole and letting the water in." They're like, you need to stop that and cover that right now. Like he's in trouble or something. And I hear this down the beach and I'm like, what's going on? The lady that took the spot in front of us says, excuse me, ma'am, but this is our site. And I told him that he could dig this hole here with my sons. I told him he could. I'm all good with it. They said, oh, no, that's it. We're calling the sheriff. I'm like, what is going on down the beach here? So I walk back from my kayaks. I come back to my camp. And here are these two Karens, elderly women, gray hair with walkie-talkies, entitled fucking bullshit. Think they're power hungry pride. Oh, every Karen will be burning in hell. And to tell you the truth, every Karen should not be on TikTok and celebrated and laughed. They should be rounded up and put in mental institutions. We should not be laughing and celebrating that kind of behavior. Those bitches should be in a padded room with long sleeves. Where the hell did all our mental institutions go? They don't give a fuck. They just let these people live on the street in tents now. That's your government. That's how much they care about their citizens. Repulsive. This Biden administration, every single person is burning in hell, especially Obama. I got his number. He knows who I am. They worship me too. Except they fucked me. They burned me on my end of the deal. And they think they're going to get away with it? Oh no, there's going to be hell to pay now. And your media, your Fox News, your CNN, NBC, say goodbye to all of them. They're all treasonous. Every single one of those person is going to hell. I don't care if they confess their sins now. That's too late. The damage they have done to my society, to my children, unacceptable. And that word means unacceptable. There is no forgiveness for that kind of shit. Not for me. I've been very forgiving, and I'm forgiving for a lot of things. I have been through a lot, and I understand what you guys have to go through. But when people intentionally do this shit, so we have these two Karens harassing my son. Finally, when I get there, I asked them, I said, excuse me, what's going on here? Meanwhile, my son's filling in the hole. He's already filling in the hole. It's getting filled in. And they're like, no, it needs to be done faster, 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 as I'm walking up. And I'm like, excuse me, what's going on here? And he pops at me, who are you? I said, well, I'm the father of the minor child that you're yelling at. You should be talking to me, not harassing a minor. Unacceptable behavior by an elderly woman who should know better. Disgusting. That generation. I hate that generation. There's some things I do hate. Repulsive behavior. Then, as I roll up, I say, what's going on here? You're harassing my son. What's going on? Oh, this hole. He dug this hole. And I said, yeah, but there's no signs posted. You can't dig a hole. Come on, we're at the beach. He's a kid digging a hole. Really? You're going to jump on him for this? She had already called the sheriff on the other lady who was camped in front of us. And I'm like, what is going on? This entitlement shit has really got to stop. So, the local police department, we're going to call it Douglas County, Nevada. And that's like where Gardnerville and Carson City are in that area. Yeah, Douglas County Sheriff's Department failed miserably. Miserably. First of all, they didn't tell me any kind of probable cause. I said, what law are we breaking? By the time they got there, half an hour after these Karens had called them in, the hole had been filled in. We were back at our site. Sheriff comes up, and I go, it's not me you want. He called the sheriff on the lady in front of us. They said, no, we want you. I go, for what? What did I do? You're out of here. For what? You're trespassing. I said, I'm a citizen on a local beach, on public beach. I'm a veteran. On 4th of July, a disabled veteran, they kicked me and my two boys out with 12 officers, the whole beach watching. Not one person stood up for us. You people are fucking cowards. I am so repulsed at this public. Not one person stuck up for us and said, hey, or booed the cops for doing what they did. Everybody witnessed it. I should have recorded it and put them on blast and put it on YouTube. But YouTube wouldn't show it because they don't have the balls to. Repulsive. They kicked me and my two sons out of the beach. We had to hike 4 miles out in the hot sun. We weren't ready to do it during the hot sun. We wanted to do it at night after the fireworks with our flashlights with everybody else. I paid good money. I hiked fucking 6 miles, 8 miles, 4 in and 4 out with 2 shattered hips and a torn fucking ligament in my hip. And these guys, no forgiveness. I didn't get a chance to explain. When they showed up, there was no hole in the ground. It had been filled in, no harm, no foul. Brian, have a nice day. Enjoy your 4th of July. But are we free? No. No, we're not free to dig a hole in the sand at the beach. Now, my kids are so heartbroken that they missed the fireworks, because this is our last 4th of July, by the way. Don't expect to ever see another one. After the way I was treated today, don't ever fucking expect to see another Independence Day. Okay? It's a fake holiday anyways. It deserves to be gone. You guys don't have freedom. You have delusion. You live in a fucking delusion is what you live in. And you think it's me. I'm sitting here trying to show you the truth and tell you the truth and be honest about who I am now. And there's going to be hell to pay because I hold the key to heaven and hell. And certain individuals who like to come and push my buttons, when I show them forgiveness and they don't accept my forgiveness and they turn around and push them some more, get ready. Get ready. And I don't have to lift a finger. I just snap my fingers and I snap your neck. You're going to see a lot of death around the world now. They did something in the spiritual realm that can't be reversed now. And you can thank the whole world when the shit hits the fan and everything goes biblical. Everybody on the planet can thank the Douglas County Sheriff's Department in Nevada, who violated my rights, my son's rights. My sons hate me now. I have done so much spiritual work on my damaged kids, damaged by your schools, by your lies, by your friggin' institutions and all the drugs they got our kids hopped up on, they imported across the border, and then smile and then say it's against the law. It gets going both ways. That shit's coming to an end. And there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to run and hide from the spiritual realm. I'm in charge there for eternity. So enjoy your last seconds. I would use them wisely. Confess your sins. Step down from your positions of power. You guys abuse your authority. You don't deserve your badge. You don't deserve your gun. You don't deserve that bulletproof vest. You're a coward who hides behind a badge, a vest, and a gun. I take excruciating pain to my hip 15,000 times a day. Every other step feels like getting shot in the same spot over and over and over again. And this cop says, have you ever been shot? I said, have you? Yeah. With your vest on? Yeah. Oh, you got shot with your vest on? You ever had 72 swords shoved through your back, come out your face? And you have to walk around in public with that excruciating pain? Backstabbed by every person that you come across? Nothing but opposition. I could say, hi, how are you? And they go, meh. Just nothing but opposition from everybody. Unbelievable. I knew people wouldn't recognize me when I came back because you're all so blind, looking in your phones. The same damn sheriff's department, 3 weeks ago, there was a carnival, and I got jumped by a teenage individual, no longer a teenager now. He's an adult. Got jumped by him and he flashed a gun at me. And I told the same sheriff's department, you have an armed individual who's armed and dangerous here at this carnival. Did they respond? Nope. You know what the response was? Because I watched them. and I read body language. Let me tell you a little fucking trick. I put body language in your body so I could read you like a book when you're lying to me. Your body language speaks volumes more than your lying tongue does. Everything comes out of your mouth is a lie, and then I see your body move and try to justify it and stuff. So I read your body language, and you can't hide that shit from me. These cops all powwowed back together. Oh, there's an armed individual? Oh, screw looking for that. They all powwowed back together to go look at the underage girls in their cut-off shorts. Our pedophile police are repulsive. Every time I'm driving up and down the road, they're either on their computer looking up harass some citizen for going 5 over the speed limit. We're not free. Speed limit. Are you shitting me? Driver's license? Are you shitting me? Right to bear arms? Everybody has the right to bear arms. The people who don't have the right to bear arms are your fucking politicians. They're the ones that need to be disarmed. And they need to be drug tested. I want lie detector tests. All those assholes need to be in jail. And everybody that does not stand up and do something about this, you might as well shoot yourself in the head too, because you're spiritually dead too. You're already spiritually dead. If you don't have the courage to stand up to this criminal shit show, and you're going to let this stuff slide, you're going to let this country slide right down the toilet, all this blood, sweat, and tears for nothing, you guys deserve to lose it then. There's lack of courage in this country. Nobody spoke up for us. Nobody defended us. The cops are sitting there laughing. You know what I said to them? Because they don't know who I am. But boy, are they going to be in for a big surprise. So as I passed by these lovely servants, public servants, I told them their same little famous quote, "Have a nice day," in my courtroom where I am judge, jury, and executioner. Enough of this shit on TikTok. Watching these Karens, this abuse of power by our police and our politicians. Why the fuck are we obeying the laws? Why are we obeying these laws when the cops are a gang of thugs? Where's this drug money go? Where does confiscations go? You never get to audit the police. Maybe we need to do that as well and drug test them. Yeah, you guys fucked up big time. And I was wondering how this was going to pan out because I have been nothing but gracious and nice and serving, taking all kinds of abuse. But what you did today, you all showed up at the same time. 12 cops? Oh, 12 of you. I got you all at once, didn't I? Didn't see that one coming. All 12 of you violated my rights. Got them all in one swoop. I'm smarter than they are. And boy, they have hell to pay. All your politicians, all your FBI, your Pentagon, all the Department of Defense. Guys, you're done. You can't stop what's coming. Brian Knight is coming like a lion, and he's mad. You guys better start listening to your spirit boxes a little bit closer, because they're going to tell you some bad news you probably don't want to hear. Brian Knight is coming like a lion, devouring who he may find, who violates his rights, who doesn't, they could have just been like, hey, we filled in the hole, no harm, no foul. But no, the Karens had to push it. She threatened to arrest the other lady who was there with her husband and her kids. Who are these old women entitled Karen bullshit? The next one that steps up to me, I'm going to break her jaw so she can't talk shit anymore. That's what we need to do to these people. Put them in their place. You need to be smacked a little bit. A good backhand. That's what my dad did to correct me when I was being stupid. He'd backhand me across the dinner table if I mouthed off. And these cops mouth off to me and laugh. They see me limping, trying to carry a wagon and a kayak with my kids all crying and upset at me, and they're laughing, mocking me. You sure you want to do that? Because you just did, and you fucked up big time. This whole world is going to pay now. Dearly. Dearly. And I know who my followers are. And my followers know my voice. My children know my voice. And they know that they're secure in me. But everybody else, boy, hold on tight. And I'm debating whether I'll come back or not. Okay? We'll see. I get 20 viewers. I put a target on my back for the last 6 years. I've endured demon attacks. My life is a living nightmare. You guys just have nightmares in your sleep. Imagine having it while you're awake. And your family members doing it to you. And the police. And all these so-called public servants. Did you know there's Article 2 in the Constitution that says it's your civic duty to stand up against tyranny? And that's what we have right now. Where are you people? You're nowhere. No one's got the courage to do this. So I'm going to do it. My way. Hold on tight. I might dip out for a few days here. I just want you to watch closely the weather, the sun. You know these instruments. You can go look at them. I'm going to slow down my reporting for a while. I want you guys to start taking notes, because what was done to me today, the sacrifice I did for this country to be kicked off. This is my hometown where I was born and raised. My home beach. I spent a third of my life on this beach. I have been on that beach longer than most of the cops have been alive. The other people, these Karens, where were they from? Oh, well, we're on loan from San Francisco. Really? Go back to San Francisco. Go be your Karen over there. Don't come to my state with your bullshit and harass and terrorize my kids at the beach on the 4th of July to a disabled veteran who's a single dad to 2 teenage boys. How dare you? How fucking dare you? The audacity. You have any idea what I'll do for you? And you kick me off of my own beach? There will be hell to pay.